Hey everybody, this is TJ Watkins. Welcome to day 31. This week is going to be an exceptional week that we will deal with most of the stuff, most of the skills that you will need in the workplace, dealing with colleagues, dealing with pressure, dealing with life at work. So if you have challenges that is in the workplace, this is going to be a great week for you to tune in. So this week we kick off today with one of the things that I am most often asked to address or coach people through, and that is, how do you deal with folks in the workplace that you consider to be mediocre? They absolutely frustrate you because they're not performing at the level that you require, and your standard is here and they are operating at this level and all of this and all of it. And you're frustrated, you call them names, whatever. Not to their face, obviously, because we are a little bit more respectful than that. So, this is how this goes. And these are simple reflective exercises for you to become more effective in managing others in the workplace, especially if you're in a management or supervisory capacity. So first of all, if you are aware that you are frustrated with someone because you consider them performing at the mediocre level, pause. If you feel the frustration is within you. And that points to that your judgment of them is pointing back at you at some blind spot. And it's usually that you see yourself in them, but not as clearly. You see, when I was in that situation, that position way back, I used to work so much harder, and it's never easy for anybody else. And instead of that making you more compassionate and still letting you come closer, it frustrates you. It frustrates you because you are actually scared of dealing with the situation. You want people just to shape up. A better way to do this, a more compassionate, loving way to do this, is to recognize where people are, and no matter what the level. And then ask yourself, what would be the best support that you can deliver at that level? And when you get to supporting them at that level that you consider a low level, you have the skills to deal with that. So why aren't you sharing that skills? You see, whenever you have to work with people, you have to kind of coach them. Coach them from the point of view that you see potential in them to do different. People will rise to your highest expectations, or they will fall to your lowest expectations. That is the truth. Provided you hold the space for them. So if you hold a non-judgment space where people feel safe to grow, to practice a skill, and to fail without being told that they're stupid or some judgment, then they will actually over time flourish. And that is something that you would have to practice. You see, whenever you have the judgment and you have the label of what you think they are or what you think that they are not, then that's something that you actually have to address within you. It's never about them. This will teach you the ability to deal with everybody. And this is an actual tangible skill that you learn that will really make a difference in bringing ease back into your life. Because you don't have to worry. If someone can only lift 5 pounds, guess what? That's all they can do. So if I'm a compassionate coach, I teach them, okay, let's get really strong at 5 pounds. And then naturally, once they get to a master level at lifting 5 pounds, they will start wanting to lift more weight by themselves. You organically grow an ability. If you force it, you shut people down. And you know that because you've been one of those people. You've been one of those people that have been criticized, like you're criticizing someone that you consider to be mediocre. You've been the one that has been spoken down to. But you responded with massive action. Kind of like just banging it out. But banging it out is a useful skill. But it doesn't teach you mastery. It teaches you to get from point A to point B with a lot of effort. So what I want you to consider is learning the skill. Then you don't have to bang it out. You can step by step walk through it. And in your walking, create a loving, non-judgmental space. Non-judgmental space. A space where you provide an opportunity for someone to meet your highest expectation. In the absence of doing any of this, you will only have conflict. You will only have frustration. And the illusion that you will walk away with is thinking that it's them. They go home and they go do whatever they do and they complain about you, like you used to do when it happened to you. How about changing the script and allowing them the opportunity to go home and say, yeah, my boss, my supervisor, I love them. They teach me so much. They give me the opportunity. And that's all we can ever give, is someone the opportunity to be better than they were yesterday. If this resonates with you, go try it and have fun with this. Cheers.